What I realized was when Payoneer came out and they said, you know what, we can see what you're selling on Amazon, and what we can do is we can lend off the back of your payout. So when you get paid from Amazon and it'd come into a bank account, and you guys could just take your cut straight away from the payouts. Very simple, very clean. It wasn't an extra job for me to be like, oh, I've got another invoice to pay and taking me off my track. I thought, yeah, and the rates that you had they worked. It was fantastic for me. I think the last show at Crufts was just when the lockdown started, and that was, oh my god, that was stressful because everybody was in just panic mode, and because stock was so hard to get hold of. And you may think, well, you sell shampoo, but I've got to have a plastic supplier for the tubs that actually stays in stock. And they're now telling me that the minimum order quantity is 10 times the amount I'd normally order. Well, where do I get the money from for that? Then I've got to try and get my ingredients. And again, everybody's saying, oh, well, the freight's going up because nothing's coming out of here and there. And you've got to now stock up, 3 times the amount. Oh my God. Well, if I don't have any product, I don't have a business. If I didn't sell, no sales, no business. Simple as that. So I was scratching my head, and you guys just popped up at the right time, and thank the Lord for that. That's why I say there's a bit of grace in this world, because it's just timing. And I think you guys were amazed at how quickly I paid it back and kind of utilized what you were doing. And I loved it. I love the story of Payoneer. I love the fact that you've gone, rung the bell in the NASDAQ and all the rest of it. I think it's an amazing story, and I love talking to all of you that I interact with about it. It's why I'm doing this, really. But yeah, I think entrepreneurs, one bit of advice I would say is you should always give at least 10 or 20% of your time every month into looking at where you can raise money from. It's so important, because I was so lucky that you guys came along, because had you not, I would have been in a whole world of trouble. I would have barely stayed in stock. My revenue would have probably halved. I would have been taking out desperate loans rather than, considered decisions that were, properly done and properly set out. I would have then been negotiating in a place of panic rather than a place of comfort, which is just so important, and yeah, I think from using your service, that's really when the business started to take off massively, because obviously everything went online and it was a bit at the right place at the right time, but I was in stock, available next day, reliable, and that's when things really started to my product started to get into more hands. And it's like I didn't just fall into that. You've heard, if you've listened to this podcast, you've heard the story of how we got there. Everything had to be lined up at the right time, but I've managed to do it